welcome to Education Closet On Demand. I'm your host, Susan Riley. I'm an arts integration specialist and the founder of educationcloset.com, an online resource for arts integration and STEAM. So today we are doing a Q&A Tuesday. I haven't done a lot of these in a while because I've been busy giving you some strategies and some tips to use. But today's question is really important because I hear it all the time. And as we go into summer, I think it's really important to understand this feeling. So Catherine sent me an email this week and she asked, "Dear Susan, I've been watching your webinars on the creative mindset and I've been wondering, how do you create lessons that don't overwhelm you? I'm finding myself recreating lessons all the time and I just don't have the time to get it done. Can you please help me? Thanks, Catherine." Catherine, this is a great question and something that we all struggle with. And my biggest tip on this is actually to use the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. So here's what I mean by that. We all get into this trap of getting online and seeing all of these great lessons that are coming at you. You can get on the Facebook groups, you can go on various websites and download lessons, and nothing seems to really work for you. So you always have to tweak it on your own, and you're finding yourself getting all of these inspired ideas. But what happens is that you come back into your classroom and you sit down for planning, or you go home and you sit down for planning and you have to recreate all of these things. And you go back through your curriculum and say, well, that's not going to work if I don't adjust this. And so you end up rewriting all of your lessons all the time. You get into this crazy cycle. So here's my feelings on that. If you're a first-year teacher, that may be okay, because you need to be able to go through the lesson planning process. You have to understand how that works. You need to make adjustments to your lesson plan. So I do encourage a lot of lesson planning in that first year. If this is the first time that you're doing arts integration, I would even encourage some more lesson planning, some more in-depth lesson planning there too, but not necessarily totally revamping your curriculum. So here's what I would suggest. Go through your curriculum documents, and summer is the perfect time to do this, by the way, because we actually have a little bit of time. Go through all of your curriculum documents, all of your lesson plans for every class that you teach. Get yourself a nice drink, go through them all. Decide which ones are excellent lessons that you would not give away if somebody paid you, okay? Those you're going to reuse as they are, okay? Everything else that's in there, you're going to think about, do I need to recycle these? Meaning, do I need to kind of adjust it a little bit? Did it go well, but it needed a little something extra? That's a recycle lesson. So you're going to mark that as recycle, and you're going to circle the areas that may need a little bit of adjustment, okay? And you're going to set those aside. And then everything that's left, you're going to get rid of. That's your reduce pile. So what you've got then is a stack of really excellent lessons that you're going to turn to time and time again that are classics. Think of them as your little black dress in terms of your lessons. Then you have some lessons sitting there already primed as to be classic black dresses. They just need a little tweak. So you're going to spend a little bit of time just looking over those sections that need the tweaking and then revamp those a little bit. That's when you can get online, get that inspiration, and kind of plug in where it would be best to kind of revamp those a little bit. And then you're going to take a look, and I promise you, it's not going to be your whole curriculum. It's going to be a couple of core lessons and maybe some extra pieces here or there that you need to go back and rewrite some lesson plans or some big themes or projects that you want to include there. But you don't have to revamp your entire curriculum. Once you have decided, here's what I'm going to reuse completely, here's what I'm going to recycle and adjust, and here's what I need to rewrite, then it becomes a less overwhelming task And you can go online and kind of in wherever else you want to go to workshops, go to, lesson plan sharing sessions, get those ideas and just redo those lessons that really just don't work for your curriculum anymore. Now, a great place to start is in your scope and sequence. Take a look at the entire year, get a good picture, then think about, okay, where's a map that I can do some of this integration pieces? And maybe that's the lessons that you want to write. And even for those, there are a ton of resources out there. There's free download lesson plans. We have over 50 on our site. There are lesson plans from the Kennedy Center. There's tons of places, resources, Pinterest, all these places that you can go to get that inspiration. But don't get overwhelmed. Only focus on those lessons that totally need a revamp. Okay, so I'm hoping that that tip was helpful for you. Another place that you may want to try is thinking about an online class that will help you to reorganize your lessons so that they are aligned with your new national standards if you're an arts educator, with the Common Core standards if you're a Common Core state, and even how to integrate those together so that you've got a good picture of, here are the lessons that I do need to redo, and here's an idea for getting them done faster. If that's where you are, I encourage you to take a look at our Common Core Through the Arts online class. You can take it for 3 graduate credits or for 120 CPU hours, and you will walk away with lesson plans that you can use right away, with alignments between the Common Core standards and the National Arts Standards, and some really fantastic arts integration ideas and lessons that you can put into place right away at the start this fall. So I hope you found those ideas helpful, Catherine. For everybody else out there, I hope that that helped you as well. And I look forward to seeing you next week on our next edition of Ed Closet On Demand.